Yes, indeed. This is the Gfinity Elite Series, Week 5, getting ever closer to playoff time. And Nasty Nars for Method was just too strong. Epsilon needed to get that win, but unfortunately, Method stood in their way and very much dominated with the likes of wins for Verdoyance and for the main man as well, Mr. Pax, who currently is exuding a lot of confidence. 3 wins for them now. Now, listen, it is fair to say it can get a bit rowdy in here on a Friday night. And quite frankly, who cares? There's so much at stake, and sometimes you just can't help yourself. But some people really should set an example.
My name is Hayden Masood, and I'm a teacher of computer science. It's something that I look forward to every day when I wake up, but my true love and my first love has always been Street Fighter.
Oh, big mistake! Oh! The salty kid takes it!
I learned about Hayden's love for video games when we got talking about Super Mario. He has a Super Mario lunchbox. From then, he'd just come in and tell me about new games that were coming out, and because I know nothing about it, I would obviously be really intrigued, and then eventually I found out about Street Fighter.
At first I thought, it was just a hobby, but then he started slowly dropping hints about how he'd flirted with professionalism, and obviously at that point I decided I should never play him.
I would say my colleagues can't really quite grasp that video games are taken this seriously, but when I show them like the intricacies of the game and the kind of time that we put into actually learning different matchups and characters and things like that, they actually think, wow, this is actually a sport, which is why obviously it's called esports now, not just gaming. Reason Gaming, I think, are the best team on the Elite Series, hands down. We've got Salty Kid, Elias, who's only 17. He's still at school, which for me is crazy, being a secondary school teacher. And then we've got someone like Steve, right the way up to a dad of 2, working his 9 to 5 as well. So just that kind of mix that we have, I think is amazing. I would absolutely love for us to win. I don't think for a second that's something that we can't achieve. I feel like we can go toe-to-toe with absolutely anybody on the competition.
Indeed. Now, here he is, setting an example back here in the casting, commentating area. Mr. Masood, gentlemen, as always, this is the debut in the Elite Series.
Yes.
Looking very teacher-esque.
I just want to say, as well, now that you put that point out there, that's what F-Word wears every week.
It is.
And when I say that he looks like a teacher, that's why. That is straight out of his wardrobe, that jacket.
I think the tweed blazer is synonymous with teachers with the elbow patches. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I like you.
If F-Word is repping, then I've got to respect
Do you know, but I feel like with F-Word, you can do a cheeky lean, because the elbow patch...
What, you saying you can't do it with him?
No, I'm not saying... I'm saying you could do a cheeky lean, but with the elbow patch, it just helps.
That needs to be your pop-off.
Okay.
I think it should be.
Lean in to the camera.
Or maybe I should get like a ruler out and just point it at the crowd.
Oh,
do that. Do the disciplinary.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
Or, like, have you got like a dry board mark?
Yeah, get a whiteboard out, write someone's name on.
Slinging out
Do you guys still have the cane?
The cane, I wish we did. Unblockables all around.
You can't.
Okay.
Listen.
Get off that subject.
Gentlemen.
Move on.
Listen, Masood, I've got to talk about it. You've been going, there's no polite way of it, been crazy every... Look at this.
You're going like an Arsenal fan.
Look at you.
Are you an Arsenal fan?
I am actually an Arsenal fan.
But
I watch this guy every week, and it's like, he's an Arsenal fan.
No, I would subscribe to Reason Fan TV.
Yeah, I'm going to pioneer that.
But look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, look at yourself. Like, we've had to look at this. You have a look now at how you've just been popping off and representing for Reason every week.
Terrifying. No, the thing for me is... like the French players obviously come out and make the kind of environment really hostile. So I thought, we're on UK turf, we've got to make it hostile for all the other teams. So I'm all about getting behind the team massively.
Like a true football fan.
Yeah.
Very much a football fan. Let's have it. Yeah, Mr. Masood, let's talk about it. Right now, Reason, on 3 points. That win is needed tonight.
And a win is coming, 100% is coming. I mean, I don't want to disrespect any of the other teams. There's talent all across the board in every single team. But like I said in the video, I think we can go toe-to-toe with any other team in the competition. And when I look at the past week's performances, again, with respect to all the other teams, I can't really think of any match where we were massively outplayed, except maybe Infused, and credit to them, because they were really, really good.
Strong side,
but every other match we've played, we've given teams a run for their money, and obviously XL, last season's champions, we actually got a match over them, a win over them, so...
Now, I've got to look, and I'm not taking anything away from Incognitus, but, mate, come on, when's Mr. Masood coming out? Incognitus has had the greatest form.
Did he delegate you to the fan base role?
See, the thing is, I'm the unknown quantity in Reason. I'm like the unlockable character. They've got to get through the rest of the team.
Are you time released?
Yeah,
that's the end of the season.
I'm like DLC, you got to pay for me if you want to play me.
So, but is it going to happen? And then also, just to say, where's Salty Kid at the moment? Why is he not playing? He's been your danger man.
Yeah, so Salty Kid, I mean, phenomenal talent. and he's actually living it up in Budapest at the moment on holiday, I believe, which is why Steve's actually making an appearance today.
I definitely think that's made it harder for you this season because you missed Salty Kid 1 week because he wasn't able to be, I think, through illness.
Yes.
This week he's on holiday as well, and he's been such an amazing addition to the squad.
100%, yeah.
Boltstrike's definitely, you know, been great as well with his performances, but Salty Kid is really the guy that makes you competitive. It's going to be tough for you tonight, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of confidence in the team, and I think a part of that is because of how well we've gelled together. Every match we go into, we fully believe with conviction that we can win. So, Salty Kid or not, I think it's all up for grabs.
Well, this is a great way to show that you guys can play without him. I mean, that guy exudes confidence regardless, and he can kind of make it permeate throughout all of you. So if he wins, the rest of you can get that win. But when he's not here, it's a great way to show him, because he might be watching on holiday right now.
Well, yeah, and I'm hoping he is, but a lot of people don't know. I'm like Salty Kid times 10 when it comes to confidence. I am just convinced that I am the world's best player.
And I'm feeling it. It's like a radiator. The heat's coming off.
Let's
talk about it, and let's get your viewpoint on Endpoint's lineup for tonight.
Sure.
In terms of your boys that you're going to be rooting for are going up against. So there you got GinoDaCampo. You can be quite salty sometimes. You got Broski, you got JonesArcade. So who's the danger man standing out for you, and how are your boys going to counteract that?
I mean, again, respect to Endpoint, I think they're a really solid outfit across the board. Broski, really solid Dalsim. GinoDaCampo plays Laura, who is such a dangerous character as soon as she gets in. And JonesArcade, again, much like Takumura, has a very aggressive Ken who can flip the tide of a match on you in a second. So, and again, because it's a first-to-one format, you never know how it's going to go. But
well, bearing that in mind, are you going to be well-behaved back there? Do I have to get someone to keep an eye on you in the audience?
Absolutely not. It's about to get hostile in here again.
So that's exactly what I wanted you to say. I love the fact that you guys have been showing up. And obviously, you've been a great addition out in the crowd. But even in Season 1, with UndaCuva, Reason have always been the most exciting team in terms of support here. They always make the most noise. It's great. I love it.
It's gonna be do you want to see the lineup now?
Definitely.
Well, you can't, because I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to leave those gentlemen for just a second. Lovely, Mr. Masood. Hopefully we'll get to see him at some point. But he did say himself he's an unlockable character. So the players are backstage right now, just standing, waiting. They know the order, but they don't know who they are playing. So first up for Endpoint, bit of tension in this room right now. The first player that will be playing for Endpoint is GinoDaCampo! Come on down, buddy. Come on down. Big week for Endpoint. I don't want to dwell on it too much about that loss last week to Prophecy. Very strong side. How have you discussed coming back in with a bit more confidence and getting that win?
Oh, we've got our golden boy back, don't we? We've got Broski back today.
Indeed you have, and he looks very calm and confident back there.
Yeah, he's had a nice week off, collected his thoughts, and he's back for us now.
And we even put on Method back there on the TV for you to watch against Epsilon, but you weren't even bothered, were you? Just eyes on the prize.
Yeah, just want to win.
Okay, now, out of Reason lineup, who would you like to take on? I know you gave a little bit of grief to UndaCuva, and so did Broski, but who would you like to play in terms of your character?
I would like to play Incog this week.
Okay, well, let's find out. Well, I'll tell you what, GinoDaCampo, from Reason, you are going to be playing UndaCuva! Here he is! The man returns! You look well, Steve.
I'm feeling well.
Mr. UndaCuva, you look confident. You brought this team together. Let's talk about them for a second. How have you been? Have you been happy with them? A little bit disappointed at times? No Salty Kid tonight?
No, I'm happy with everyone. I mean, like I said, the guys who've been playing are brilliant. And you've just seen there, the guys who are subs for us. We've got your man, Killer7 there, who's just made so much noise for us all season. And even Wireman, who's not here tonight. In terms of the sort of tech and sort of keeping tracks on all the videos and all the training, it's a real team effort, so I couldn't be happier with the lads, to be honest.
And what about GinoDaCampo? You don't get a smile off him very often. Are you going to get that win today with Nakali?
I'm going to try. I mean, I knew it'd be Laura again. It always blooming is. It's always Laura for me, but we'll give it our best shot. It's going to be hard, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed. Mr. UndaCuva, you head that way to my left. GinoDaCampo, he seems confident. You head that way. That is matchup 1 of Endpoint taking on Reason. So, the next man up for Endpoint is it going to be Broski or is it going to be JonesArcade? Well, I can tell you right now, it's JonesArcade! come and join me down here. Mr. JonesArcade, happy with your performance last week? So what have you done differently to come back here prepared for this week?
I've put way too much time into the lab, which may affect me in game, but we'll see how things go.
Okay, and I mean, obviously, GinoDaCampo, you never get too much of a smile off him. Well, is he a confident man backstage?
Yeah, very confident, very confident.
Okay, and hopefully that'll brush off on you a little bit, JonesArcade.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, you have got a difficult difficult contest, and the outlook is looking positive, depends on how you look at it, because you are taking on, from Reason, Boltstrike! My main man, Boltstrike, come and join me. Hi, mate. How you doing?
I'm not too bad, how are you?
Let's talk about it. Last week, I don't know if we've got footage of it somewhere, but you looked devastated after that loss.
There were a couple of clutch decisions that I didn't think over very well, didn't go my way, and that hurt a bit because it was so close.
So you're hurting right now?
A little bit,
Turn that hurt into a bit of anger to take on JonesArcade?
Yeah, that's exactly the plan.
Because you're smelling a bit of fear from this man. Didn't have the greatest showing last week.
Well,
it's now the time to Boltstrike.
Well, it is, but Jones is very, very solid, so I've got the utmost respect for a Chem player like him, but we'll see what I can do, really.
They're just so nice, Reason. I'm just fed up with it. Go and be nasty that way. You head that way. JonesArcade, best of luck to you, gentlemen. That is matchup 2 for you, which means matchup 3 is the remaining players you have. Don't know what's happened to my voice. Broski versus Incognitus. Come on down, come on down. Please have some fighting talk for me. Yeah, people at home, wherever they are, they want a bit of fighting talk, Incognitus. Come on, don't be giving me that, well, you know, it's gonna be tough.
Okay.
You're taking on a Dalsim, Broski, we know how good he is.
It's a good matchup for Rashid, but I just have to think to bust him up.
Okay, fair enough. And there was a punch there. Now, you were talking about how it was, mate, when the mic's not on you, we can't hear you, all right?
Sorry, that was my fight talk.
It was. I love Incognitus. Oh, listen, Broski, let's talk about this. You wanted to take on UndaCuva.
Yep.
It's not happened. You're taking on Incognitus. How are you feeling about that?
It's fine. I can live with that.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, Broski, confident of getting that endpoint back into winning ways?
Definitely.
All right. Well, you head that way. Incognitus, love you to bits. You head that way for me. That is matchup 3. That's your first 3 all sorted. Now, let me tell you, matchup 4, which is going to be JonesArcade taking on Boltstrike from Reason. Then we'll have Broski versus Incognitus. So a repeat of matchup 3. Then we'll have GinoDaCampo against UndaCuva again. That's a repeat of matchup 1. And then we will have Broski versus Boltstrike. This is an exciting little contest, this one. Endpoint taking on the mighty Reason. They look confident, they look happy. Take a little break right now. When we come back, we'll have all the action for you. Right then, week 5, and as you can see, the players walking out ready for matchup 1. You've got GinoDaCampo taking on UndaCuva. It's all happening. JonesArcade versus Boltstrike, and then in matchup 3 we'll have Broski versus Incognitus. Endpoint need a win, and definitely so do Reason, because those playoffs are getting ever closer. Now, Logan, thanks for swapping over to this side with Jammers. Looking forward for your analysis after this, but who do you reckon's gonna win this contest? Predictions, please.
Coin toss for me. Coin toss for me. I haven't got.
Would you say Endpoint look very overconfident, the way they've been sort of?
Gino always looks overconfident every week. That's his character trait. Jones doesn't really exude confidence. It's nice to see Broski with a little bit of
some swagger.
And I think Salty Kid just has the entire team's quota of smack talk, because there's just none in the rest of the team. They're so nice.
So who would you pick then?
Endpoint. Sorry, Endpoint. You can have Endpoint from me.
Okay, I'm taking Endpoint from Logan. Who am I taking from you, Jammers?
I'm going to agree with him.
I need to put it into the little machine.
I'm going to do Endpoint as well. Woo. That's it, because Broski's back. And I definitely want to see the matchup between him and Incognitus, because Incognitus is a very peculiar Rashid. Yeah. So I'm very curious to see.
I think the matchup pairings are quite good for Reason as well. So it'd be really good to see how that plays out.
Okay, well, gentlemen, thank you very much for that. And we'll obviously get to see another Dalsim. We just saw Nightcross's Dalsim. Interesting use of Dalsim. Broski's like the elite man when it comes to Dalsim after you've got Mr. Crimson. But how are you seeing this one go, gentlemen?
I really want Reason to win without Salty Kid. I want to get. So I'm going to get behind Reason.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is that going to help them in any way if they know that Shuri is behind them?
Of course it is. I'm speaking it into existence.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll shout it out. Tyrant, obviously your main man next to you, your partner in crime has gone Reason. Are you going to be so out there?
I'm going to go with Reason as well. They're really nice guys. I'd love to see them take the win, like Sengan says, without Salty Kid there. You know.
Money later.
Yeah, I think we've got a good choice there. I want to see them do well, and I'm a big fan of UndaCuva, so.
Okay, well, there you have it from the experts. Listen, we are almost set for an epic battle of Endpoint taking on Reason.
Perfect. Reason versus Endpoint. Round 1. Fight!
Well. Reason versus Endpoint. We were discussing about the gravity of this matchup, Tyrant. Tell me, what do you think? How this is going to play out?
Yep. So kicking us off here, we are going to get GinoDaCampo up against UndaCuva.
Just give a little wink, cheek. Yeah. So you were saying both of these teams have won once and lost 3 times, right?
Yeah. So it's a very, very important match here. You know, both teams are technically still in the runnings.
Yeah.
But this is a very, very critical match.
Yeah.
You know, you do not want to be losing this one if you want to qualify for the playoffs.
I think it's very important here for Reason to get a win without Salty Kid, just to show the other teams that you know they're not a walkover, they're not a pushover.
Exactly. They've definitely got a completely fresh new roster here for Season 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see if they can do it here. We've got UndaCuva rocking the Carly up against Gino's Laura. So let's check it out here. Let's see how they do.
You can hear just the power in the crowd screaming, getting behind his boy.
Yeah, getting behind his boy, indeed. All right, here we go.
Straight away.
Wow.
Oh, there's the medium kicks from Gino.
Everybody's favorite button with Laura. Wow, nice dragon punch. It says, get off of me. Anti-air.
Into the command grab.
The scoop. All right.
Definitely don't want to sleep on UndaCuva. He's no slouch. Nice air-to-air from UndaCuva.
Oh, big drop there from UndaCuva. The command grab a bit too early. Overhead good blocks.
Wow, he blocked it all, UndaCuva.
Interrupted.
Really good stuff from him, and he does have that V-trigger, Tyrant.
Yeah, he's got it ready to go. He's going to look to activate any moment now. He basically needs to right now.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Tries to catch him jumping back or backdash in. Doesn't bite. Does Gino. Gino in now.
Yeah.
The combo and takes the first round.
Yeah, I think UndaCuva was a bit afraid of the command grab, trying to jump out perhaps. Got tagged by some buttons on the ground, so Gino will take that first round.
Let's see how UndaCuva responds. Straight away, another 2 stand medium kicks. This is looking like a repeat of last round.
Well, he loves those medium kicks.
Oh, that is it. Oh my, okay. GinoDaCampo's playing disrespectful now. You know this is what he likes to do.
Yep.
Silent his opponent.
Wow.
That's it.
Talking of disrespect to EXDP.
Break his spirit. Into the cross-up command grab, UndaCuva.
Giving Laura a taste of her own medicine with that one. Nice. Okay, V-trigger activation here. Yep, charging out the fireball. Oh! I think he tried to bait it, but got tagged anyway.
Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness. UndaCuva on a comeback here. Missed his reset.
Okay, Gino just blocking in the corner, has to. Pressure's on here from UndaCuva. Overhead.
Oh, the jump back.
Oh, overhead. He went for the overhead, but Gino was already committing to the jump back and caught him on the landing frames. Laughing up there.
Laughing at his competition, yeah. It was really, really nice of... I mean, we might see it in the replays, but it was really, really nice of UndaCuva to go for those command grabs after the air-to-airs, sorry, because that's normally when you don't see a person coming back. But of course, this is when you said he was holding up. He pressed the button, so maybe backdash.
Okay, yeah, maybe tried something there. There we go. Look, the jump back.
Yeah.
He must have read a command grab there and just jumped out because you know the overhead, you see it and react. You don't preemptively jump. So, but it worked out. It paid off. So good first round there for Endpoint.
GinoDaCampo would be happy with that, yeah?
Yeah, of course. We saw him there, having a good old laugh. So that will be the first point there for Team Endpoint. Now, stepping up to the plate, we are going to get JonesArcade versus Boltstrike.
Yes.
Ken versus Vega, which I feel like is one of the most common matches we've seen here on the Elite Series.
Yep.
I feel like we see Ken versus Vega every single week in some shape or form. So let's check it out here. I'm sure these guys play online a lot together. I know they're both very, very highly ranked online and do play a lot. So let's check it out.
Yeah, both master ranked, I believe.
Yep.
I'm not sure. They obviously would have run into each other online.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So Maybe they know about how each other plays, and maybe this will be more of a player matchup game that we see here.
Yeah, both of these guys very, very solid with their respective character, and they are both characters that can play very solid. So it's very hard to open them up. Vega especially, Boltstrike, has very, very solid defense and patience. So I feel like Jones, he doesn't want to overextend his approach too much. He needs to take that very slow approach, I feel, against Vega.
Well, yes, but having said that, Boltstrike is still relatively new to Gfinity. And
That's
I believe he's playing too passive.
Okay, yeah, that's very true.
Boltstrike is more is used to this type of scenario, and I haven't seen Boltstrike really go in as much as he should do.
Yeah, that's a very solid
so
counterpoint.
Maybe he might. You know, I mean, you're correct in saying JonesArcade normally does play the clean, slow-paced game, but maybe he'll switch it up here. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, this is the stage to do it, and at least try that out. You know, early on.
You're up 1-0 already. Yeah.
Exactly, no doubt. I mean, this is a very important match, though. The chips are down, so you don't really want to toy around too much. Take your time. You just want that. You know, you want to do whatever it takes to win. Both these teams do. So let's check it out here. Let's see what kind of approach they take. I'm really excited to see this one.
And this is going to be huge for Boltstrike. If he can get this win, the momentum will shift over to Reason's side, I believe. Might give Incognitus that boost that he wants going into the third matchup. But here we go. JonesArcade with Ken, going up against Boltstrike with Vega. Look for Vega to be, for those at home, look for Vega to be trying to dominate in neutral here. If you're not used to Street Fighter.
Yep, on the ground game, that is where Vega has a solid approach. But likewise, Ken can do it as well. Okay, just do a Tatsu. All right. Oh!
Wow, JonesArcade going in, but a big punish from Boltstrike. He's put himself in the corner.
Oh, nice meaty there. Boltstrike. Very, very big tech monster with Vega. You know, he knows a lot of these meaty timings and setups. Oh,
wow, poor jump over. Really good walk under from JonesArcade, and now you're in the corner.
Oh,
it's
there
out.
We go. Throws the rose.
Oh, that was in front, Tyrant.
And he's done.
Oh my days, that was in front.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. This guy knows all the setups.
What the hell, Boltstrike? Very strong first round.
EX Barcelona into the Izuna drop. Big stuff.
Yeah.
Boltstrike showing some of that solid setup play.
Good anti-air from JonesArcade. Tries to bait out a throw.
Yeah, he does that a lot, actually.
That time, Boltstrike techs.
Yeah, I feel like just one of Jones's bad habits. Okay.
Manages to walk out. He tried it again, and JonesArcade got the back throw.
I think because it was counter hitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Okay,
Like it. We got those. And again, into the corner.
Okay, gets out of there. But pressure is still on here.
This is where JonesArcade is at his strongest, in the corner with the confirm.
Wow, what a round to fire back from JonesArcade.
Not bad, not bad, mate.
Saying, okay, that first round, that was cute. All right, I'll let you have that one.
I see you. Boltstrike does have those 2 meters down. So yeah, I like this. Playing the lame game.
Buster Claw paying off 3 times now.
Goodness. I don't think JonesArcade knows how to block that. Back throw, puts himself back in the corner. Near stun.
And again. Okay, yeah. Solid anti-air, the crouch fierce.
So necessary.
Yep. Oh, random Izuna drop again.
He's in now. This is a terrible position here if you're Endpoint. Oh, Boltstrike peppering away.
He's just trying to get little hits here and there. Okay, I feel like he needs to just... Oh, he's got it.
Oh, that's not been there again. I didn't even realize that hit. That registered so late for me.
The 2 crouching strongs and then the jump roundhouse took the game. You do not jump in at Ken, normally in neutral, but he did it at a time where Jones wasn't ready.
Yeah, I think it was actually beautiful because he just got hit by the dash up medium, so his focus must have been on the floor. But let's have a little look at this replay.
That was in front.
That was ridiculous.
You're pointing that out to us. That was so hard to see.
Very good damage. And then, of course, JonesArcade got his corner game going.
Oh, that was a beautiful meaty time in there. The EX Tatsu to close out the combo. He did use a lot of bars, though.
And here, the dash up, 2 crouch medium punches.
There we go.
You could see him buffered there. He pumped. You could see JonesArcade. His character went back up and down, so he was obviously looking for an anti-air. But I think he was a bit too rocked by the dash up crouch medium punch to input the anti-air.
Absolutely. Vega, of course, he does have a very, very fast jump. It's not like a very floaty jump.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to see that and be ready. And of course, if you're still reeling from 2 hits, you're trying to see what's going on, and all of a sudden you got Vega up in the air, about to jump in. It's hard to react. So
I wonder how Tom feels about Reason, equalising there.
Well,
let's check it out.
I'm very excited, Tyron. I love it, and so Shuri's saying again. Logan, Jammers, back in it now, Reason, and that was an epic little round for Boltstrike. I heard those boys over there talking about the fact that the Boltstrike needs to be more aggressive. He definitely was there, wasn't he?
Well, he threw a lot of stuff in JonesArcade's face, and as timid as he looked in his pre-match interview, that's how he played as well. He wasn't ready to deal with stuff. Jammers, you pointed out, he could have interrupted a lot of those frame traps with the slash. The anti-airs, I mean, that's your bread and butter with Ken. Anti-airing with the DP, you've got it there for a reason. It's been buffed. It's fully invincible. Doesn't matter if he jumps from the fierce or the medium kick. You can react to that. You've got a lot of time, and Jones just wasn't ready.
No, but he didn't look ready because he said, you know, he had a bit of a poor showing last week and his head's down and it showed, didn't it?
Well, he said, like, when you were talking to him a couple of minutes ago, he said, I've been in the lab a lot and that might affect his gameplay today, but I think the first action he'd done, it was a light DP and it was blocked. I saw that and I was like, I hope that was an execution blunder because no one does that. And from there, it kind of went downhill. He started throwing out moves arbitrarily and it just didn't really work out for him. He got around, but ultimately, basic things, rudimentary things, he just didn't. He didn't have an answer for.
And when you talk about him going to the lab, that just generally means you're trying out new things, you're trying to find new tricks, new setups. But the things that were missing in that match were the fundamental stuff. Fundamentals. And that's as he sort of predicted. You know, I hope it doesn't affect my game. Yeah. Well, it definitely did.
It definitely did. I mean, but we've got Broski Incognitus up next, which is matchup 3. Broski's full of confidence. Incognitus not so, and that'll probably show, won't it?
One of the best showings that Incognitus has had in recent memory was at EGX, and he was all over. He was like a swarm of flies, a whirlwind of locusts, if you will, all over TKR's Abigail, and he couldn't deal with it. That is exactly how he needs to play against Broski and smother him with pressure with Rashid.
OK, well, listen, Jammers, hold fire there because we're going to go straight back to the action now. Tyron, show you this again. Take it away.
Tom. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tom.
I think that this is a very, very pivotal match for a reason here. If Incognitus can get a win for his team against a strong character like Broski, they're taking it.
Listen, Incognitus is more than capable of doing that. His style is so hard to prepare for, and it can be so effective. I really feel like Broski's got his work cut out for him here. But one of the strongest Dalsims we see here on the Elite Series. Let's see if Incog's done his homework.
Yeah, Broski can play an aggressive style of Dalsim as well, so...
Yep. All right.
Uh-oh,
wow.
There we go.
Eagle spike right away from the heavens. Wow, teleports behind.
Yeah, I like this from Broski.
Yep.
Trying to be a bit more active. Yep. Nice punish.
That's a punish. Any range.
Using his plus frames.
Good space in there on the drill, okay. Oh, wow, the Gale. All right.
Nice block there. He's got his V-trigger, does Incognitus, but he's just trying to find a safe distance to set it up.
Yep, he can set it up. Of course, you don't want to set it up in too much an obvious position because it could just be a teleport.
Yeah, and there it is. Gets one spike. Oh, no. Nice combo there from Broski, and he times it perfectly so the V-trigger runs out.
That down-back medium kick was so nice.
Oh, my goodness. Broski, please.
And light. All right. That was clean. Good play.
Incognitus needs to pull something out of the bag here for his team.
Yeah, never easy to find an approach against a solid Dalsim like Broski.
Just keeping him at bay. This range has been killer for Incognitus, not being able to really do anything apart from Whirlwind.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard. Like I say, any range, Dalsim can punish. Not like a lot of the cast.
Nice jump timing from Broski.
Yeah, I feel like Incog just needs to take some risks here. Just throw out some Hail Marys. Nice. That's a punish, actually.
Very well sought out and seen, but Broski fires right back. Oh, combo of his own. He's in the corner. This is bad now.
Yep, okay. Incognitus does have critical art locked and loaded, but... Oh, wow.
And jumps into the fire. One more hit, and that will be the game.
Yeah, one more hit.
But he does have critical art.
Yeah.
Can he put out a miracle?
Oh, took the toes and got hit by the Yoga Fire for good measure. Wow.
Very strong stuff from Broski. It's what we expect to see as that one of the main anchors for his team to come in and clutch that out and make it 2-1 to Endpoint.
Yeah, I feel like not really too much of a surprise. I mean, like I said, the Incog is definitely capable to do that, but Broski is just so solid. So let's check out here how that went down. Look at that, just ready for any approach, stopping the Eagle Spike in his tracks. Just here, this is where we caught him on the toes with the Yoga Fire. So that one will leave it 2-1 to Team Endpoint. But let's go over to Ariel and see what she's up to.
Oui, ça va très bien. OK. just backstage. We're getting a French lesson backstage because Tom was just trying to say hi to Mr. Crimson. He's back this week. Hello, Mr. Crimson. How you doing?
I'm back from Canada.
Did you miss us?
Yeah. I saw Halloween costumes there, a lot of things. So I was so...
Yeah, you missed out on Halloween.
Yeah, I know. I was so sad to not be there.
I don't like to rub it in, but it was a really good week. Anyway, so the next 2 games coming up is obviously yourselves against Excel, a very hard team to defeat. Are you nervous about that?
Nervous, no, but that's gonna be a good match, so I'm pretty excited.
Who would you like to be up against?
I think I'm gonna face Infectious. So Abigail, Darsim, that's not gonna be easy. I can do it. My partner can do that also, so we were pretty good and just focus.
The next 2 games, so yourselves and Excel, and then the last game of the evening is Prophecy and Infused. Now, basically, those 4 teams have been the strongest teams of this tournament so far. So the 4 of you are all up against each other. We say it's the big guns. You've all got good form. Who do you see as the biggest threat out of those 3 teams?
I think every team is pretty strong. Everything can beat us, but Excel is the best one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the good match for us tonight. But it's less dangerous for us, for Excel to play us. If they lose, that's gonna be hard for us.
Well, they've had a couple of weeks of losing, haven't they? So you're not wrong there.
Yes, no, us, that's okay. We won third before, so.
Ah, I love it. Always so cool, Mr. Crimson. Back to the arena for the next game.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So here we can see matchup 4 will be JonesArcade up against Boltstrike.
The run back. Yeah, JonesArcade definitely would. Hopefully, he would be able to have heard Logan and Jammers analyze his gameplay and put a bit more fundamental in his game.
Yeah, but likewise, maybe Boltstrike can find a different approach there. There was a lot of things that these guys identified that they could have been doing. Interrupting the Buster Claws and the like. So. Let's check it out. I feel like he needs to be ready for those jumps as well. He was getting caught with a lot of jumps.
I mean, Vega does have a very good jump.
Jump roundhouse is really good.
Jump roundhouse is really good. You have to be on it to anti-air that button. So let's see if Jones has got the mustard to pull it off. He's up 2-1, so he's in a comfortable position for his team.
Ooh. Okay, starting out with some of these medium buttons mid-range. Doesn't want to approach too hard, but pushing Jones back with every button press. Jones fights back. Okay.
Yeah, I like this from Boltstrike.
Wow, walks under, gets a full combo.
And into the vortex we go.
The shimmy.
Low.
Oh, man, low that
Here's
time.
stun.
Overhead that time, and not much of a punish from Boltstrike. But the stun, he saves himself.
Still in a very bad spot here. Tyrant gets the crush counter and the stun.
This is looking like a complete turnaround of the first game. Can he kill? I think he can. Yep.
That is that.
Just about. JonesArcade looking solid. Getting in with a lot of shimmies. Boltstrike biting pretty much every time.
I mean, Boltstrike looked very strong, but as soon as he got put into the corner, it just melted away.
Yeah, that can happen against Ken. He just makes you guess. Getting one of those jump-ins.
Big combo there. There we go. The grab. That is very, very tricky for those of you who haven't seen that at home to deal with as he gets the stun.
You know what? I love that because he knows that JonesArcade loves that. This.
The reset.
Reset.
Perfect. Oh, wake up Tatsu.
Wake up with that 3-frame Tatsu. All right. The shimmy. Boltstrike not biting that time. I love that difference from the first round.
Yeah, of course, you've got the health. He can take the throw.
Yeah.
No reason to grab, but he's back in the corner, Tyrant.
Yeah. Oh, he needs to find an opening right now. Okay, there we go. The anti-air was true. Caught it.
Oh, called out the fake overhead there. Did Boltstrike.
Waking up with the 3-frame of his own standing light kick.
Very good stuff.
Good choice there from Boltstrike. Yeah, okay, that one will be minus. Not like Season 1.
No, anti-air again from JonesArcade.
Oh, the crush counter!
Crashes the backdash.
This is big.
Near stun. Oh, that was so important, that crouch fierce.
I'm surprised he went for that. Like, to be honest. Oh, what? What happened?
I don't know. That's a lot of damage on the screen.
He caught with a crash counter roundhouse.
The cheeky stuff. Tried to mix it up.
Okay, I like that.
Another.
What? Oh, what happened? Ken got confused.
Wrong side. That's going to be it.
Come on.
Oh, Grumpy, more health. Overhead.
I can't believe he went for it.
I 4 meter.
I can't believe he actually went for it.
And I like that. I like that. That's that confidence. That's that aggression that we wanted to see from Boltstrike.
Wow.
Not being timid, not being passive. Cleaned him off 2 games. And that's going to make it 2-2.
2-2 right now. Never has it been more even. These two also 1 lost 3 games each, so it's all to play for right now. Look at this corner pressure from Jones. Gets the combo, Massive damage from Ken.
Looked so good for him, right?
It was looking great, but Boltstrike getting some of those jump-ins.
Yeah, the jump-ins. He analysed a few scenarios, knew when JonesArcade was buying it.
I can't believe he did it. I actually, such a big risk.
First to one, you got to put your heart on the line.
There we go. Just go for it.
Yeah, I believe Tom is in the warm-up area. Let's see what he's saying.
Okay. Right then, here I am in the warm-up area right now, just currently watching a matchup here between Infectious versus Brian. Now, I've got to ask you while you're chatting, you don't have to look, you can just continue focusing on the screen. Infectious, he's giving you a bit of a run for money here in this little warm-up game, isn't he, Brian?
Yeah, Brian's adapted well. He's got a good new character.
Now, you gentlemen are taking on Envy tonight. They've had back-to-back wins. You feeling confident about that or a little bit nervous about the form they've been in?
Well, we've come back to form, so we had a rocky start, and I'm pretty confident that we've got this. We play well, stick to our plan. Should be good.
Now, you've just beaten Infectious there. Obviously, it's a warm-up, doesn't count, Brian, but you must be feeling a bit confident after that. This is the man to beat at the moment. Look at his smile on his face. He knows it.
Nah, definitely. This is a week we need to be ready, so put in that extra grind.
Yeah, and obviously, if you get that 1 point today, you get 3 rounds. I mean, obviously, hopefully you'll get that win. But if you get a point, you know that you'll knock out Epsilon out of playoff contention. Does that make you feel a little bit more excited? You get to put one team to bed?
Nah, not at all. I think that's a bit of a shame, but obviously we want the 3 points, and if we get that, we'll go second or third, so that's the aim.
Okay, well, listen, gentlemen, I'm going to leave you there for 1 second. Best of luck with your game against Envious. We're going to walk over this way to these two gentlemen, and I'm going to slyly just put this in because a man who just won't stop winning, but he's just currently been stunned, is Hurricane. Carry on playing your game, but how are you feeling about tonight, taking on that team on the other side of the bench, Envy?
I'm feeling confident as always, but it's going to be a really tough match. All the players are really strong, and we really need to get that points because we are in top 4 at the moment, but we're not safe from getting back down.
Yeah.
So we have to make it this time.
Yeah, and have you had any of the Epsilon boys like Keftaraz or Takamura come over to you and say, listen, can you just make sure you don't get a point? Have they said that to you? Because if you get that point, you knock them out of the competition.
No one can touch.
No. Okay, all right, fair enough. Let's wander this way a little bit. We've got Pax still in the building. Hurricane, come on, give me a little bit of room. You're the man. Thank you very much. I'm going to head round here. We've got Shax at the moment currently. Is basically, come round here a little bit. It's a hive of activity. I remember Ariel earlier on said it was very hot in this room. It is indeed. Shax, after last week, you want to get back into form, don't you, tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I'm back here to obviously win again for the team. It's an important game against Prophecy, so hopefully we've got our A game on.
Yeah, indeed. So that one's going to be a good one. And obviously Prophecy will be looking for 4 to 5 wins out of 5. Are you going to be the team to stop them this season?
Yeah, definitely. We've had a really good record since last week, still go, so we're probably the top team to beat them this season, yeah.
Yeah, and no, I'm still the daddy. The main man Gunslinger's in. He's currently shouting. He doesn't have a quiet conversation, does he?
No.
That's just a fact. But it's a nice little setup with you boys, right?
Yeah, we got 4 strong players, and we can bring in an Arsenal whenever we need. So people can't predict who we're going to pick as a strategy. So yeah, we got that Arsenal in the back of our draw.
Okay, well listen, I'm going to have a word with him right now. Pax, Gunslinger, you shout when you're talking. You're standing next to each other. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to do a show here.
Express.
I know it's. You have indeed. Listen, boys, Tyrant and Shuri Sengan, what's going on back at the desk?
So basically, Tyrant, I think it's an amazing match. Oh, sorry. Just
careful, man.
Got a bit of gunslinger
Sensitive hearing over here, come on.
So here we go. We're into the second run back now.
Yep.
With Broski taking on Incognitus. What do you want to see, if anything, from Incognitus? Tell me your opinion, I'll tell you mine.
Incognitus needs to just take a few more risks. I feel like he was kind of falling into Broski's hand. Like he was just taking that slow approach that Dyson player wants you to take. I feel like if Incognitus takes a bit more of a risk-taking approach, you know, you're going to get in eventually.
Yeah.
No, with Rashid, he has great jump buttons, and he's got a dive kick as well. So I feel like he definitely just needs to take more risks.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
You know what I like to see him do?
Go on.
I like to see him just walk forward and block more.
Walk and block?
Because the reason why I say that, in the last match, he did take risks, but they were very obvious risks.
Yeah,
you know, at times, like, he would stand outside of the range for like 30 seconds and be like, okay, I've been hit 5 times. Now let me do an eagle spike. It's like...
Right.
But if he just plays a bit more inside the range, I just think he's getting destroyed in neutral, basically.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
And maybe walking forward and blocking a tiny bit won't hurt as much as, you know, just getting hit outside of the range and then jumping in at obvious times.
I feel like the EX equals spike is important in this matchup as well.
Yeah, because you can make that safe.
Pretty much a free-way in, yeah. It pushes, it's, I'm not sure if it's safe against Dalsim. You'll definitely minus, but it pushes you away quite far on the other side of the character. So I feel like using some meter to your approach, it's not really a matchup we see a lot, so it's hard to say for sure. But I'd definitely like to see Incognitus try and find his way through the Dalsim traps.
I don't know if he's got a win here yet at Gfinity. He definitely needs one.
Yeah, he does.
So, yeah, man, he needs to pull it out for his team. Tom, are you here, mate?
Yeah, thank you very much to these two gentlemen over there. Great feeling, because right now I can tell you, word is in that someone has cut their finger. That guy is undercover. That's how it's written in here, but it's definitely undercover. Gentlemen, that's why I play stop. Someone's cut their finger. I don't know how. Are the pads difficult? Is it the
Is he making
hitbox?
a blood offering just to like
maybe.
try and garner
No, Carly,
favour?
give me. He was part God, isn't he? Part demigod. So, so, gentlemen, I mean, obviously 2-2 at this stage. Reason's still within a shout.
How did he cut his finger?
I don't know how he cut his finger. We'll get
Do you know what's funny? So I remember being just to fill some time if we need to. It's a great story.
I think he's showing there that he was off the side of the chair. Seriously, there's going to be, if there's a blame, there's a claim.
Absolutely. Let's get on the line.
Yeah.
Because blood does stain.
Look, and it's the pinkies. Now, let's talk about it. On the hitbox, and, you know, is the pinky involved in
Not
that?
really, no. I remember watching Punko playing money matches at EVO one year. He was a crazy Korean player. He used Seth in Street Fighter 4. And he was smashing the stick so hard, doing the 360 motion for the spinning pile driver. He actually cut his hand open doing it so rapidly.
Well, listen, he's stitched up Logan Jammers, so pass it back to Tyron and Sharia Sengan for Dalsim versus Rashid.
Here we go.
All right.
Incognitus, please, for everything reason out there, get the win.
2-2 right now. This is all to play for. I feel like this will definitely set the pace, whoever wins this one. There we go, that's the jump in. Okay, but Rashid does not do the greatest amount of damage.
Yeah.
You know, it's little bee stings here and there. He needs to get those. All right. Okay, the forward throw. Meaty? No. Wow, wakes up with buttons.
Wakes up with a medium punch.
Medium, yeah.
He's got a lot of health here. Doesn't need to risk too much there. There was that EX you were talking about, but not the right one.
Yeah, in the grounded one, I feel is better.
Wow, presses buttons and catches. Broski slipping. No combo, though.
Yeah, you can't jump predictably, man. Broski does have those anti-airs on lock.
Wow, Broski going in. Needs to get that V-Trig activated. There it is. There's the mix-up.
Just blocks it out. Smart stuff. Oh,
Wow.
the counter hit!
Counter hit combo, and again!
Wow.
Don't press buttons.
That was some pretty sick meaty timings.
And I think you can clearly see one person is very used to certain scenarios and the other person isn't.
Yeah.
Not sure that Broski could get the meaty.
Big counter hit conversion for Broski. That was really clean. Oh, wow, the meaty slide into the medium kick.
Oh, Broski's in his element right here. Another dive. Fights back with a 3 frame.
Wow, Incognitus taking a few risks.
2 mixes, gets a little hit. I'd like to see him set up V-Trigger as soon as possible to try and get Broski into the corner, but he's not having any of it.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's going to be it, I believe. No, misses the full combo.
Drops his combo.
Oh, wastes the V-Trigger. This could be vital for Broski right now.
Oh, and he pulls it out. No need to press a button. Smells the desperation from Incognitus. And again, Incognitus can't pull it out for his team, but very good stuff to Broski there. Very dominant performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Broski just, you can't really fault it. Like, looking really, really solid. Stopping every approach, you know, baiting out those crush counters. Sorry, baiting out the dragon punches and getting the crush counters. Just can't fault it. Look at this. I love this meaty lap right there. There's a counter hit as well.
Yeah. I believe it's like 5 frames of active to stand medium punch.
And he was pressing a lot.
And there, he could smell that DP coming a mile away, just blocked it and took him out. And you know what? I'm actually surprised because out of the 2 Boltstriking Incognitus, when I saw them coming into the Gfinity arena, I thought Incognitus would be better out of the 2 in the 1-to-1 format. Actually, it's Boltstrike has kind of proven me wrong and done his homework.
Boltstrike has definitely leveled up a lot.
Yeah.
He's looking a lot more solid this season than I've seen him in previous tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah, no shout outs to Boltstrike, but we do have more matches coming up next. I believe we are going to get the run back.
GinoDaCampo, sorry.
Another run back.
GinoDaCampo versus Undercover Burrow. Undercover Burrow, apparently.
Man, like.
Yeah, I think if Undercover didn't do that bad in this matchup, he could be the savior here and bring it to a final, you know,
it's possible.
Final game.
It's all on him right now. If he's to take it, I mean, the first game he did show signs of promise, but Gino was getting away with a lot of Laura stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stand medium kicks, a lot of heavy punch, which are all -2 at home if you block it, by the way. But they happen so fast that you have to be kind of ready for it.
Yeah, you have to be ready.
So if he does, he'll probably do it again. But if you see Laura do a stand medium kick or a stand heavy punch and doesn't cancel the stand heavy punch into EX fireball, she's -2, which means it's your turn to press a button. You have to press like your 3 frame or 4 frame. But UndaCuva didn't do that in the first round, and GinoDaCampo realized that, so he just
kept doing it.
Kept mashing it.
Kept doing it.
And acted as a frame trap, but a negative frame trap, which worked.
Yeah, it works out.
That's a good thing that I like from GinoDaCampo, actually. Realizing, and this is so important to Street Fighter, realizing what your opponent knows and doesn't know.
You need to,
and then rinsing what they don't know, like blowing them up for it.
Doing that in Gfinity is, I really commend the players for doing that, because it's not easy to do that when you only have one game.
One game, yeah.
In one game, in Street Fighter 5 especially, where it's such a fast-paced, offensive game with such high damage, you don't really get the opportunity to do that a lot, you know?
100% agree with you there, Tarrant. That's a great call-out. So, let's see. GinoDaCampo with Laura again versus UndaCuva Brother with the Kali.
Yep.
Can he pull this out for his team? I'm rooting for you.
Find out right now.
Come on.
To it here.
Come on, lad. Where's Killer 7? Killer 7, I have not heard you all day.
Such a fan favorite. UndaCuva here. Starts out. Does not get the full combo. A bit too far away.
Get some decent damage.
No.
Not a good start now.
Don't let Laura crush counter because she will get pressure and massive damage.
Wow, checks the command dash. Very good.
UndaCuva's done that a few times in the previous match as well.
Doesn't check it on hit, unfortunately. And that stun is high. Gets the command grab, and that's going to be the first round.
Yeah. Winding up.
Damage.
That's dead for sure. Laura with some of the, I think, the best post-stun damage in the game.
100%, yeah. Maybe her and Abigail, one of the two.
I feel like that charge up 5 will actually descales the combo. All right.
Jump.
Predictable ground pounds here from UndaCuva.
Oh, he's thrown in the mixer here. Another overhead.
Wow. Not having any of that. Just using the EXDP says nope. Okay, good break.
Another DP from UndaCuva. He's used 2 bars though. He's got a long mountain to climb if he wants to come back. No anti-air that time.
Yep, not that time. He needs to be looking for it.
Has V-Trigger, does both of them. Activates.
Oh man, this is where the Kali's so scary, but Laura just needs one opening and it can be all over.
Nice anti-air, one more time. He's got all of his damage off of anti-air. Double dash, command grab.
Scoop.
All of a sudden, UndaCuva is in the health lead here.
Oh, Seismo.
Has to be careful. GinoDaCampo does have V-Trigger.
Yeah. Need to be careful here. Can't let Laura get any openings. See if UndaCuva wants to take this one. Dashes in.
Oh, that's stand medium kick, and that's it.
He's dead, yeah.
Yeah, into the critical art.
Yep, using that fireball. You're rarely going to see this super, actually, because Laura players love mashing EX. So, good stuff there.
Very good stuff from GinoDaCampo.
Endpoint taking that one, and they will. I think that's 2 wins, 3 losses now for them.
Yes. So I believe they were on 5 points. They will move to 8. Still not in the playoff bracket, but it definitely sits them pretty moving on to the weeks ahead.
Yep, looking solid. Good performances there all round from their team. I mean, Boltstrike. I feel like Boltstrike was definitely the guy that did the work here for Team Reason. But look at this, charging it up, boom, boom, and he had the ender, the uppercut ender. If that didn't kill, so
that didn't kill, yeah.
All right, there it is into the super.
A lot of damage. And he was very, very good from Gino to take his time and wait for his opportune moment to hit that V-trigger. But what a game. Endpoint ends up taking it. Tom, are you disappointed? Are you happy? Did you want Reason to win? Did you want Endpoint to win?
Listen, I have to be impartial, guys. I have to be impartial.
Impartial.
I have to be so impartial. But at the end of the day, we did think, as everyone did, apart from you two boys, this side of the room felt like Endpoint were going to get that win.
We're kind of paid to...
Yeah, exactly. That's what you hear for that knowledge.
I wish our pay was based on the accuracy of our picks.
Okay, so it would be up and down for you then.
Yeah, I would be. Mine's good. I'm great.
Yeah.
Abe would.
It's F word. Sorry,
be...
F word. He's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to throw.
Sure, you're saying it would be out on the street though, unfortunately.
Oh well, there you go. But listen, gentlemen, Endpoint MVP for GinoDaCampo. That doesn't.
No, Broski for me, definitely. Yeah. I refuse to give Gino.
Well, I know you do, but in terms of the
we'd be blowing up his ego.
Yeah, I'm never ever going to give Gino DaCampo. Okay. He could win all 3 games 2-0 straight.
And it still wouldn't be enough.
No.
But the thing is, I'll tell you who is and did perform very well, Broski.
Yeah.
Welcome him down to the desk right now. Here he comes. Man, come on down. I have to say, Broski, you had a heck of a lot of swagger when we met each other down on the stairs to find out who you were playing today. Yeah, that swagger continues after that matchup with Reason.
Yep. It worked.
What was it like taking on that Reason team? At times, they made it difficult for you, and other times, not so difficult. So let's talk about an overview of that match.
I think there was sort of an agreement that Boltstrike was probably the biggest threat on their team, so we were trying to close it out without bringing it to that last game, because there could have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, managed to close it out in time, so it worked out.
Let's talk about some of your play here. You know, against Rashid taking on Incognitus, he just didn't have much to offer you, really, did he?
I mean, it's probably one of Dalsim's worst matchups, but I think you've really got to know it quite deeply to sort of.
What was he doing wrong? What wasn't he exploiting there, Jammer Slogan?
There's a lot of things where you need to, if you're going to jump in at Dalsim, you've got to jump in really close. And Incognitus didn't do that at times, and I felt like we were saying before, Incognitus was playing Broski's game. Now, if you're going to do that, just check one or two of the limbs and go, all right, I can play this game if you want to do that, but that's not what I'm designed to do. You're supposed to go in, apply the pressure, and just try and catch Dalsim off guard. But I never felt he done that. And then he done the Eagle Spike to throw off your anti-air time. It worked once, but I'm going to be blunt about this. I don't like it when Incognitus does that, because if you want to play a die kick character, go and play Cammy, because that die kick is heavily unsafe. And he got a big punish for Incognitus trying to do that. That's a very double-edged sword tool to have.
He said he wasn't that confident going into it, Logan, but it showed, didn't it?
I feel like Dalsim's a double-edged sword in first to one, because you can get that one big opening and your defence as Dalsim, his defensive tools are not great, so you can get put in the corner, especially against Rashid, who's got incredible corner pressure, very hard for you to get out. You have to be very selective to pick your openings. But Dalsim's a character that's great at controlling the neutral space, the horizontal space, and the vertical space as well, the free frame light punch and the mediums. But you need to make Dalsim want to throw out slower, heavy buttons to allow you to get those jump-ins. And you really have to show him that he can't just spam medium buttons. He wasn't really doing that. He wasn't using the crouch fierce at all. He wasn't really showing him that he can't do two mediums on block after each other. At no point did I ever feel like Broski was uncomfortable playing that match. And you should be uncomfortable playing against Rashid, right? That's basically why it's a bad match.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of praise going your way, but also at the same time just because of the inability of Incognitus tonight. But moving forward, we can see that result and what it means for the schedule for tonight. But Broski, got to say, JonesArcade didn't look that confident, and I think it's becoming a bit of a theme for the night. If you don't have that confidence, don't play well. What's Endpoint going to do? A man who's very confident in that crowd is Jester Power, bigging up the big talk. Will he be coming back into the team maybe potentially next week?
Yeah,
JonesArcade?
it's definitely possible. We'll just have to look through what our matchups are and what other possibilities are, and then figure out what the best lineup is.
Was that a selection based on character matchups more so than sort of confidence and ability?
It's a mix of the two, usually. So we can't just look at matchups in isolation, but we can't just look at the players in isolation. So got to find a mix.
Got to find the balance.
Well, we can see what that result means on the table right now for your boys, the Endpoint boys, going up to. Well, that's not quite how it stands. Well, that's how it stands at the moment, but once you get those points added on, it will all...
So you're there or thereabouts, just on the cusp of qualification. And to be honest with you, I think that position from Reason really shows how lopsided their roster is. Yes, Boltstrike obviously did his job here, but when you're missing Salty Kid, it's really not a team that can compete with, I would say, at least 5 of the other teams. They definitely need to look to maybe add one more player to come in off the bench so that they can compete every week. It's so important.
So 8 points just outside of the playoffs at the moment. Going forward, just got to keep winning. Are you confident? GinoDaCampo, when he seems to be very confident, he seems to be a lot more... So the whole team plays well.
Yeah, he's definitely a confidence boost for the team when he's around. I think winning this week is a really good start for finishing strongly for the rest of the season.
And the big juicy match coming up at the end, Prophecy undefeated at the moment. How do you see that one going against Infused?
I think Prophecy are on just such a streak right now. I think they're definitely going to win that one.
OK, well, listen, what is going on with Ariel? She's up in the audience right now. Mr. Masood, what's that teacher saying?
What is this teacher saying? You were up and down during that game there.
It was a roller coaster of emotions, but that's just how it goes. And, credit to Endpoint, they played a really, really solid game. I think we were a bit inexperienced in places against certain characters.
You had it though, like just right up to that end. If UndaCuva just got a couple of more moves, and you could have gone to 7 games.
Yeah, I think he could have turned that round around. Maybe the nerves got the better of him, but we're going to come back stronger next week. It is never the end of reason. Don't worry about that.
Why is it that you're going to come back stronger next week?
Because, you know, the character has been unlocked. Killer 7 is coming out to take names.
Killer 7's being unleashed next week.
Yes, unlockable character, told you.
Okay, so you've got two teams. You've got Envious or Epsilon. Yeah. How do you feel about both of those teams?
Epsilon, I mean, I had them as like, you know, a really solid outfit, but I think they're rattled this season. I don't think they've got the stones for it anymore. It's all about us. So I'm not worried about that matchup. Envious, you know, really solid the talent of French players, but I'm not worried about the French. Who is? I mean, really, it's the French.
I don't know what is it with you and the French. Jeez. Well, good luck for next week. Killer 7's going to kill all 7 games.
Good luck to the other teams, because I'm about now. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Okay?
Love that. See, that's the fighting talk we were looking for, Tom, wasn't it?
Was it fighting talk, or was he looking for a January transfer? I don't know. But what I will say is Mr. Masood is the boy, and I love him very dearly. Listen, Mr. Masood has serious competition moving and shaking the Gfinity Arena every Friday night. Nobody, and I mean nobody, grinds like TKR, and he's back in the building. It's really tickled jammers. He's lost. Listen. He's back in the building and ready to sprinkle some magic. It's TKR.
What a brick wall performance from TKR.
Definitely dead, hung up like a piece of meat, used like a speed bag.
TKR loving every moment this.
Right then, time to get salty. TKR, the man who's got some pop-offs, he's definitely happy with his MV boys and the way they've been playing recently. And he does add something to that team, doesn't he? Not just for the pop-offs.
Charisma, exuberance, you know, just being boisterous. Anything that's got to do with noisy, they're all there. Yeah. And I just love that it's him doing it.
Yeah, and I've got to say, starting with Chun-Li, not as strong in Street Fighter 5 as in previous years, and difficult to get the wins. So he's moved to Abigail. What do you overall see about that, and what do you feel about it? I don't think it's a good move for him, to be honest with you.
I'm going to agree with that as well.
His Abigail doesn't look as good as his Chun-Li, not going to lie. It hasn't been working for him recently in the events that I've seen. But we'll see whether he progresses, because it's obviously a work in progress. We'll see whether he turns up today. I just love the team spirit of...
Mr. Crimson and Nassim Claw right in the screen there as well, joining him.
I just love the team spirit of Envious. They've got the best team spirit and synergy out of everyone in the Elite Series, without a fail. And the addition of the quality of Mr. Crimson, who's one of their boys as well, that, you know, Leo and TKR from Lyon, and Nassim Claw as well. So it's a group of friends, and you've just basically brought in your mate who's the best out of all of you as well. This is why they're flying high. That's why they're 3-1 at the moment. Yeah. It's going to be a great matchup.
Well, they got to the final last year, and they took on XL. So this is a kind of repeat of the final, which was epic. We can see some of the shots from that. And obviously TKR using Chun-Li. XL won 4-3, so it wasn't a walkover, it was a very close match.
It went down to the final round, right? Incredible. We were all surprised by that performance, so we never expected to see that happen. And they really shocked us all with their performance last season.
Well, they have learned from it and been able to come back, and I feel like they're a lot stronger because they've hit the ground running in terms of form. But XL, as I spoke to Infectious in a warm-up area, he said they're hitting some form now, and they're not...
Well, they had a really strong performance last week, but it was against Epsilon, who are, to be honest with you, are the absolute pits in terms of form this season. Yeah. You know, 0-4, so I wouldn't chalk that up to anything. And they lost the 2 games before that. They did against Prophecy and Reason, so...
But back to that title-winning side, Hurricane, Infectious and Brian. We were talking about it in Season 1 when Brian had no form coming towards the final and then pulled it out of the bag. Infectious hasn't, and I say this with the most amount of respect, hasn't been as strong as he was in Season 1.
I think neither of Infectious or Hurricane have been as dominant. I mean, Hurricane and Infectious were like basically there as MVP candidates. They were so reliable all year round. We've seen, you know, both of them toying with different characters, both bringing out Abigails in matchups as well. Last year, it was basically Nakali and Cammy, such solid characters. Yeah. The results have not been as solid. Maybe that's down to that.
Well, I'm going to welcome out the players. No more January transfer market chat for you, jammers. So here we go. Listen, it's time to welcome out the players right now for you. Let's start with matchup 1. All the players are backstage, looking calm, collected. I mean, look at Mr. Crimson. Like, that is confidence just dripping off the man. Hat is back. What is TKR doing? Let's welcome him out because he is the first man up for Envy. TKR! Come and join me. Hello. Can you step one, Messi?
Yeah. Hello. You will see a grand final before times.
Oh, listen, TKR, let's talk about last season, the last time you played these boys. You lost, but what a close match it was. How do you feel about going into this one?
This time, we will win.
Okay. And is there a pop-off ready?
Yeah, ready, no problem.
Okay, man, he's so confident, so... Anyway, we'll talk about it afterwards. Just so epic scenes. Listen, let's welcome out your competitor for Excel. Well, he's got a cheeky smile on his face, so hopefully he'll still feel the same when I introduce him. Hurricane! You're fully warmed up, you're ready for this, you're taking on TKR. He looks a little bit nervous. There's lots of breath coming out from him right now. He feels cold. I don't know, what are we doing, mime? Performance? Hurricane, are you bringing it against this man today?
We did it last time twice. We're going to do it again.
There you go, and you've got the check to prove it. Listen, you head that way for me, Hurricane, and TKR, you head that way for me. Right, that is matchup 1. It's time for matchup 2. Who could it possibly be? Well, it's the Frenchman. That doesn't help you with the clue number 1. He's wearing a hat. That still doesn't help you. Matchup 2 will be the main man, Mr. Crimson! Well, listen, bonsoir. Bonsoir, monsieur. Listen, I've got to say, this is your first Elite Series.
Yep.
You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, really. I missed the Halloween one.
Yeah.
So sad about that.
But you're back now.
Yeah.
And you are going to be taking on someone from Excel. I can't really say just yet, but who would you like to? Out of Infectious or Brian, who would you like to play?
I will play Infectious, I think.
Okay, well, he said it.
The Terminator of the Gfinity. That's going to be fun.
Let's go. But which era? Is he sent back in time or is it the Anyway, it doesn't matter. Listen, it's time to welcome out the player that you're going to be taking on for Excel. Some call him the Terminator. Some call him just the man from Hull, smashing people left, right, and centre. It is not Brian, it's Infectious! So, Infectious, this man's nicknamed you the Terminator. How do you feel about that? It's quite a cool name.
Yeah, I'll take it as it comes.
Yeah, listen, it's a repeat of that final from last year. Mr. Crimson wasn't there. Does that change things much?
Yeah, it adds to it. Crimson's a strong player, so got to take him very seriously. But we should hopefully get the job done just as we have done in the past.
Yeah, indeed. Now, Abigail against Dalsim, if he uses that character, how's that going to go for you?
Yeah, that's a matchup I've practiced quite a bit. I've got a lot of experience in it. And last time I played the Dalsim, it went pretty well, so.
Do you know what? That's just like, just subtle sort of bragging rights, and I like that about you, Infectious. You head that way for matchup 2. You go that way, Mr. Crimson. Best of luck to both of you, gentlemen, which means matchup 3 is the remaining competitors, Nassim Claw and Brian. Come on down! Now, I'm going to come to my main man, Brian, to start with. Good warm-ups back there?
Yeah, got a good bit of time tonight, so we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and taking on a Vega character tonight in your matchup 3. How does that go with your character, Manat?
I still don't really know. I think it can be tough, but it's still too early to say.
too early to say, but confident this win?
Confident, definitely. Confident.
Okay. Now, he's very confident. Last week, Nassim Claw, I have to say, you looked disappointed there wasn't enough of a challenge from your opponent. You looked moody, you looked angry, you looked disappointed in the fact that you were winning too easily. So what, this week, it's going to be a tougher challenge against Brian?
I will beat him.
Yeah. Okay.
Simply.
Okay.
Like the last week.
Okay.
No lose, no time to lose.
Okay. No time to lose.
No,
you heard it here first. Okay. All right, well, that's fine. All right. Yeah, cool. Go on. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, c'est très bien. Bon. Yeah. All right, then you head that way. Brian, he's in one of those moods. You head that way. Best of luck. That is matchup 3 done. Nassim Claw versus Brian. So here is matchup 4 for you in this Envy versus Excel. We'll have Nassim Claw staying on to take on Hurricane. Then we'll have game 5, Mr. Crimson versus Infectious. Game 6 will be TKR versus Brian. And if it goes that far, one of the teams will definitely get a point. The other will get 3. Nassim Claw versus Infectious. So, here we are then. This is a repeat of Season 1's final. We're going to take a break. When we come back, you will be there because you do not want to miss this one. This one, and I mean it, is going to be capital E for epic.